recently I had an opportunity to interview Leora Edut, founder and owner of Makeup by Leora, also celebrity makeup artist to the stars, such as Molly Sims, Puffy Combs, Rihanna, and Chantel. Miss Edut is a rising social entrepreneur, one that we want to be on the lookout for.
I'm Leora Edut, and I'm with the awesome Chantel to kick off New York City Fashion Week with the no makeup look.
Let's get started on this.
Okay. You put on a mask that Chantel sat with for about 10 minutes. It's a replenishing mask by Tata Harper, and as you can see, her skin is glowing.
Yeah,
Give
good.
your skin a really nice glow. And we're gonna use the Beauty Blender Pure. And this is specifically made just for skincare. For foundation, we're gonna use Josie Moran's new foundation, which actually has a serum in it. Once it hits the skin, it color matches exactly. Now we're gonna use a beauty blender. It's Fashion Week and you know, you're behind the tent. The designer, you know, it's like 10 minutes left. Once you wet it, it expands. It has tons of moisture in the blender. Glam confident in 10 minutes. When we give ourselves that time for ourselves in the morning, it's like saying, like, I come first. Like when you walk out the door, you're like, you know in your body that like, hey, I took 2 minutes out of my day to like put on some foundation, concealer, and some mascara, and girl, I'm ready to, you know, hit these streets. I like to keep it sassy. I walked out of the house with purple eyeshadow on it, you know, 8 a.m. in the morning, and I'll be darned if anyone gave me a stare. I stared right on back. So you add more, you're like, oh Lord, when is it ever gonna end? So I'm gonna show you. It's gonna end tonight and it's gonna end now. You didn't know you were gonna get a makeup and a comedian session all in one. About the amount of foundation I'm gonna use. If you use brushes, what happens is you end up wasting so much of your product, right?
My name is Leora Edut, owner and founder of Makeup by Leora, and I'm excited to be here today.
Can you give us a little background on how you got started as a makeup artist, and not just a makeup artist, you are a makeup artist to the stars?
It wasn't one of those things that I was, you know, played around in my mom's makeup or anything when I was a kid. I actually moved here from Detroit, Michigan about 9 years ago, and came to New York to go to fashion school, and you know, was going, you know, walking around the streets of New York every day, and you know, you just see so many polished, put together, sophisticated women, and I was very overwhelmed and felt like, you know, the small fish in a big pond. So I said, you know, maybe let me at least learn how to do my own makeup. So I went to MAC. I was a manicurist prior to being a makeup artist. So I had this little MAC Pro card, and I went into MAC, and I'd go in there, and I mean, I would pick out the blues and the bright orange shadow stuff. I had no idea, you know, how to use, but I would always be really attracted to color. So I decided, you know, let me take a class to learn how to do my own. And I went and I took a class, and the speaker who was there teaching that night, it was actually a fashion runway class, was so inspiring, and he was doing everything that I wanted to do with clothing, he was doing with makeup. So that night, I mean, I wrote everything that he said down, and I was working for a fashion designer at that point in time, and her and I were good friends, and I invited her over the next day to do her makeup. And I did her makeup, and her daughter called me up at 11 o'clock at night and said, oh my God, you made my mother look so beautiful.
Wow.
So I said, all right, I'm going to go be a makeup artist. I'm going to go learn everything that I don't know and take classes, and I was just like a little sponge. I was soaking up everything. I was talking to other makeup artists. I was just asking questions and taking classes. And a few months later, I actually started working for MAC, and I worked for MAC for 2.5 years. And then I went on my own and started assisting some celebrity makeup artists, and through that, kind of got into that, you know, world of working with celebrities.
So, it wasn't intentional that you ended up, someone inspired you.
Yes.
What kind of drive do you have to bring to get to the level that you are? Because you're now in print and in magazines and working with major celebrities like Rihanna, and name some of the celebrities that you have worked with.
I've worked with Chantel, I've worked with Molly Sims, I've worked with Puff Daddy, Mark Consuelos,
the celebrities.
A nice little roster here and there, yeah.
Okay, so but how does one bring that drive to get there? Because there's plenty of makeup artists, but they're like at a kiosk or, you know, in the mall.
Right.
What did you do different that made them, the celebrity world, take note of your artistry, your makeup artistry?
I would honestly have to say it consistency, and being able to be with disappointments and not let those disappointments stop you, but kind of look at it as, take it on as a challenge, and look at it as like a learning kind of curve, a learning challenge. It's like, what do I always ask myself, okay, what is it that I need to do? What actions do I need to put in? Where is it that I need to expand? Where is it I need to get out of my own way to get to that next point? Who is it that I need to meet? It's just, a lot of it's been also relationship building over the years, and keeping good relationships with people. I always tell people it's not about who you know, it's about who you know and who loves you, because those are going to be the people that refer you and say, oh my God, like, I love working with Jasmine, she's awesome. Like, you know, those are going to be those people. So it's really, really important the way you treat others.
The word of mouth.
Word on the mouth, and how you show up when you're on set.
Yeah.
How are you with other people? Do you make it an enjoyable experience? Do you work as a team?
Yeah.
So many of those things, I think, have been my strengths. And just having a lot of mentors and continue to learn, always.
Are you classify yourself as an independent, or are you underneath a company? How do you structure the business portion of your business? You're the founder of it. Is it? I know it's for profit that you do, but you also do non-for-profit, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But tell the person who wants to get to the level of makeup and cosmetic industry that you are in at this point, what should they do? I know education is one, prepare yourself.
Sure.
Building those relationships, not accepting the disappointments, but structural wise, what do you have to do? How do you set yourself up?
How do you set yourself up? You need to meet photographers, stylists, hairstylists, salon owners, people that are in the industry. And you gotta, I heard the best line I ever heard was mouth open, business open, mouth closed, business closed. You have to talk to everybody and tell people, share what you do in a way that's not like, hey, I'm the best makeup artist, but just like, you know, get to know about other people and have it be kind of a natural, organic way of how you share what it is you do. Talk about what your passions are around your artistry, not just coming from an egotistical place of I'm this. You always have to stay humble, I feel. In this industry is really, really, really important. Structural, continue to take classes, you know, meet people, introduce yourself. Social network is a great way to introduce yourself to makeup companies and other people. I mean, it's so much easier to like connect with the people you need to connect nowadays, excuse me, with all the social media, but you need to stay present on people's minds. So if that's blogging,
your newsletter,
a newsletter, whatever it is you need to do, stay relevant.
In terms of being an independent contracting person going out doing it, tax wise, you would need what, your social security number or an EIN number? Do you suggest that a makeup artist go that far, or is it just totally, independent and you go out and you just...
It depends if you then, like, if you have a team of people working for you. Sometimes I do have teams of people working with me, so I kind of incorporate in my business. It depends on where you go. Some people LLC.
It just depends on what their flavor is, and they can do, they have the option to be either single or create themselves as a LLC and become a company.
Absolutely. Just depends what route it is that you want to go.
Okay, where do you see taking your business to now? Are you going to be creating any cosmetic lines or making a book or anything like that with makeup tips? Because you give great makeup tips, by the way.
Thank you. I'm looking at possibly putting a book together.
Great.
As well as partnering with a major makeup company to kind of create a certain product right now. So
great. I think that's awesome.
That's like, can't break the big news yet, but praying that it
I'm praying with you, girl, because I think you got the couch molds a little bit.
Sure.
And talk about your non-for-profit, your social entrepreneur, your activist. Can you tell us a little bit about the Art of Beauty experience?
Sure, absolutely. So the Art of Beauty experience was created by me and Ford model and activist and creator of Art in Motion, Monica Watkins. And I met her, actually I didn't even meet her, I attended one of her fundraisers for Haiti, and I've been doing things with Jen's Beauty Days with the girls, and job days, career days, and speaking and working with the girls for probably about 4 or 5 years. But I really wanted to do something next level, and I was really inspired by what she was doing with the kids in the orphanage in Haiti, and we met actually the next day after her fundraiser. Funny how the universe works.
Yes, it is.
She came into the hair salon where I was getting my hair done at, and she had met my hairstylist on a shoot. Funny how that goes. And her and I just started talking, and we're like, yeah, let's, meet, connect, whatever. So one day, sitting right here after a yoga class, we created the Art of Beauty experience. And what we really wanted to do was show women the importance of finding their inner beauty, because we see on TV so much, what media says is our outer beauty, whether that's like getting the latest lipstick or, having the best shoe, but so many of us as women don't know ourselves. And as a woman, when you find out what's really beautiful about yourself, the more you get to know you, the more your beauty truly, truly radiates from within. And what we spoke about not only was that part, but we also spoke about bringing organizations together to help one another. And
I love it, because it's collaboration that we need today. I have an MBA in media management. I have a bachelor's in business. So what? But it's the collaborations. It's what you said earlier. It's really all about being able to relate to people, because those relationships do matter. And if you're not good at building relationships and building bridges, we're like on an island to ourselves, and I don't think that's the way that God intended us to be. We're supposed to have that what I call kingdom economic earning potentials or principles working for us, where someone sows and the next person reaps. We work as collaborators, and you have been able to do that from my research. Like, it's just so admirable how you did that, bridging the art of beauty experience with GEMS and with the project in Haiti.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Well, what we really thought about was, even though the orphanage in Haiti and GEMS, they're two totally different organizations, they can both relate to each other, coming from circumstances that aren't maybe the best in the world.
Yes.
Right? But so often what happens is we treat people who come from certain circumstances as victims, and we forget about the importance of actually empowering them. And when you empower a person, I mean, you give them their voice, you give them their self-confidence, and their purpose in life. And I think every human being, no matter what circumstance you come from, rich, poor, black, white, whatever, they're all looking for their deeper purpose in life than just self. So we said, what if they could help each other through art, through beauty? It's like you take the focus off your own self and what you're going through, and you're over there in somebody else's world, and you're thinking about.
And I agree. I think that's so important. Would you mind sharing a little bit of your own personal background with why this became such a passion for you?
Sure. Let's see. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, and growing up, I grew up in a household where there was a lot of turbulence, to say. You know, there was a lot of shouting, there was fighting, there was physical violence, and you know, when you're young and you're a young girl, especially, you go out and you look for love in all the wrong places, because you aren't getting what it is that you think you need to be getting from your family. So that pushed me in the direction of, you know, not dating the best men for me, being in physically abusive relationships, hanging around girlfriends that weren't really my friends, you know, but it was something that I had to go through. And when I came out of it, when I moved here to New York 9 years ago, it was because I knew if I stayed there, one, I knew I wasn't challenging myself. Deep, deep, deep down, I knew I wasn't. Well, what I saw was I wasn't inspired by my life and who I was, and I just was like, something's got to shift, or my life could end any moment, at any day, if I stay in these relationships that were really toxic. So I moved out here to New York, and I started doing a lot of personal growth, self-transformation, and I learned to heal a lot of those deep things inside of me through therapy, through spirituality, through learning about who I really was. And through that, I found who I was. When I got that, I got my voice, and I said, you know what? There's so many girls out there that are in so much pain. And if you could just bring some sunshine and some joy and some inspiration into their life, that makes my day. It's like I get to go play with these girls and be a part of their life, and I know I'm bringing some joy, some inspiration, and there's this relatedness, and some of it's unspoken. It doesn't. There's nothing that even needs to be said. It's just right there, that automatic connection that you have with someone who you can relate to their pain. But I also look at it as how to heal that pain, how to inspire them, how to have them be present to how amazing they all are, because every human being has this gift, this inner gift, and once you get in touch with that, it's like, girl, your life just
It
can
changes.
explode. It can go so many different directions that you never thought
Yeah.
life could take you.
Yeah. I think that if most businesses and entrepreneurs and, you know, recording artists, whatever walk of life you're in, whether it's the church or the secular world, if we bring that energy to the work that we do every day, people would not go to work, be stressed out, would not go to work and have high blood pressure and, you know, all of these ailments, because they're bringing that inner man to light, and it's a light for other people to follow. You know, and you, from my research of you, I don't know you, but I feel like I know you because we have that kindred spirit to. It's larger than ourselves. It's not about us.
No, not
but
at
it's.
all.
I'm getting chills as I'm talking to you. Really, just like it's just really about giving back to the Creator, giving back to the humanity.
Sure.
You know, our brothers and sisters who are less fortunate than us,
Sure.
who haven't found that healing, who haven't found that peace. And when you find it, of course, you want to just give it. You want to give it out because it's bigger than you. That healing place, to be able to heal from abuse, to be able to heal from toxic relationships, whether it's self-sabotaging or someone else abusing you or whatever, it's so much larger than life. It's larger than life, and you want to give that out. You have to. You almost have to. It's like a driving force.
Yeah, I look at it like my life has been so blessed. I wake up every morning, I'm like, this is my life. Like, it could have went a whole nother way.
Yeah, but you know what, Leora, it comes across in everything you do. It comes across in your work. As I looked at your photos, because I think I've been friends with you on Facebook for some time, and I don't even know how. You know what? I was actually looking for makeup artists for projects that I was working on. I wanted to, when I do a lot of like little side projects and stuff like that, and I think I came across you in that way. I'm not 100% sure, but it's like you said earlier about your meeting with Monica. The universe has a way. God has a way of just ordering our steps at the time that they need to be ordered. And when I looked at the footage of you on YouTube, I said, oh my God, that's my alma mater. She's at Metropolitan. Why was she there? And then I saw the end credits and actually saw that one of my classmates, we had a couple of classes together, Angela E. Morris, was responsible for that. I think she does NBA Moms or something like that, and come to find out you and her are friends. But it's a small world. It is a small world, but I think we're all connected, girl.
Yes.
I think we're all connected. I think God is just like, okay, finally, boom, you know, you go right in and it happens. So, final question.
Sure.
What words of inspiration speak to the entrepreneur that wants to get into this industry, and also speak to the young girls who, you know, don't think that they're beautiful? What words of inspiration would you give those two populations of people? First, the entrepreneur that wants to get into this, and then secondly, take your time and speak to the young girl who doesn't feel so beautiful.
Sure. To the entrepreneur, consistency is the key to success. And it may not always look the way you think it should look. Just take actions and don't worry about how it's going to turn out, when it's going to turn out, and why it's going to turn out. Just know it's going to turn out. Trust yourself. To the young ladies out there who may be going through whatever it is, continue to listen to yourself, meditate, really get in touch with who you are, and then honor that. Because the truth is always within.
Wow, that's all the time we have left, folks. Thank you so much for tuning into the Jasmine Farnum Show. Be blessed.
I gave you all my love. You know I gave you everything. I confessed before God when we traded our wedding rings. We vowed to be together through the good and bad times. And now she comes along and you say you changed your mind. What you know about biscuits made from scratch? What you know about the way I rub your back? Didn't stop to think about those little things. She didn't even care about your wedding ring. What you know about the love I have for you? All the years of hurt and pain you put me through. And now you wanna say you're not coming back. You see the love and sacrifice. What you know about that? We brought lives into this world, a boy and a girl. Did you think this thing through? You know you're leaving your children too. What about the hurt and pain that this is gonna bring? You see, they don't understand about your pretty young thing. And what you know about biscuits made from scratch? What you know about the way I rub your back? Didn't stop to think about those little things. She didn't even care about your wedding ring. And what you know about the love I have for you? All the years of hurt and pain you put me through. And now you wanna say you're not coming back. You see the love and sacrifice. What you know about that? Don't try to tell me about the PYT. See, there's a lot more to love than what you think you see. You see, people grow together through all kinds of weather. Now there's something to be said for that, and I'm just trying to state the facts. And what you know about biscuits made from scratch? What you know about the way I rub your back? Didn't stop to think about those little things. She didn't even care about your wedding ring. And what you know about the love I have for you? All the years of hurt and pain you put me through. And now you wanna say you're not coming back. You see love and sacrifice. What you know about that?
You see, baby, it's not that I don't love you. I do.
What do you mean it's not that I don't love you?
I'm just not in love with you.
Well, you're not in love with me? What's that? What's that?
I mean, I know we've been together 18 years, but right now, she gives me something that I need. I mean, you can't understand. I need to do this. This is about me right now. This is not about you. I really need what she's giving me. I'm not going to just walk away and not take care of my responsibilities, but I have to go.
Well, what about my children? What about the children?
Well, I'm not going to leave the children. I mean, I'll spend time with them. I'll take care of them. They're my kids. I love you for having them. But right now, I just got to go.
So you're telling me that you're just gonna walk out? You're just gonna leave just like that? This girl is twice your junior and you're just gonna leave. Well, let me ask you something. Let me ask you this. What you know about biscuits made